I got some stuff in there, and it's pretty cool. But we'll have to wait and see how really cool it is, because this is kind of a crapshoot as to whether or not you get good ones or bad ones. But let me show you what I got. All right, so what we've got today is we got some cool stuff right here. So if you guys ever get HobbyKing notifications, maybe last week you noticed that they had new batteries in. Yeah, we're gonna see if these are gonna be new batteries. They say that these are 100C 6S Lipo packs. And as a comparison, these were the Liperiors that they got from rcbatteries.com, which is a great company. The batteries all work really well, and they even donated a couple prizes to last year's Palooza, and I've got to get a hold of them to see if they want to donate some more stuff this year, because they donated 3 of these 5,000 packs and a couple of smaller ones, and then some cool ass freaking straps that were rubber on one side and grippy on the other. They were really cool. So, but this is like the equalizer for 5,000 packs, because of the way one sits down in here, kind of like this, and then the other one sits on top just like that. So if it's slightly tight and your batteries puff, you ain't getting them out until they cool off. But I picked these up, and I mean, they were dirt ass cheap. I got them for $36 a piece, $35.99, and like in 2 days I got them, because they're here in the United States. So we're gonna see how well these do against the Liperiors, and I've had great success with these. They are charging, when I have 20% left in them, I'm putting like 4,000 milliamps back in them, which is exactly what it should be. So when we test this, we will see if I put back, what would be, 45, 60, what is 80% of 6,000? A little bit more than 4,000, so maybe 4,500, 4,800, I don't know, somewhere in there. I can't do math very well, but we're going to see how well they fit inside this right now. So first thing I got to do to get this out is I take off my magnetic antenna. This is the smartest goddamn thing I ever did, because you can't lift this up and out without knocking off this stupid antenna. So I'm gonna put magnets on it, and son of a bitch, it freaking works. So what I've got on here is I've got a pin that kind of holds it in place, and then I've got another magnet right down inside there, and you can kind of see where it's kicking up stuff. So let's pull off this, and there's the cover, and then there is the hole to which a battery must go. The normal 5,000 is a tight fit, but it fits down in there just fine, just like that. The only thing that's really making a resistance is where the battery leads are kind of pushing out right there. You can kind of see. But these are basically the same size that way. Basically, they are slightly smaller in that direction, and then they are the same width. So these should theoretically fit in here just fine. So we're gonna see. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I'm gonna stick the other one up here and get that down, and look at that. I now have some 6,000s. Theoretically should give me another minute and a half of flight time in there. So I'd go on there and see if there's some left. I might go back and just get another pair. It was $80 shipped for the two, because they're up in Washington with their the United States West Coast warehouse, but we still have to see if the charging of them goes well and all that kind of good stuff. So far, it's 100%. We like it. We like it. We like it a lot. And a first initial check on the cells reveal they're at 57%, 0.005 volt max difference. That is really freaking good to start off with. Let's see what the other one is. 57% and 0.006. 0.004. Why is it fluctuating? Interesting. We'll have to see. So the next part will be to charge them up the rest of the way, see what their internal resistance is, and we can go from there. All right, so I got them on my charger. It balances them together so that they are a matched set, and they're really close. And we're gonna find out, so 26 milliohms and 23 milliohms. So we'll have to see what these final resistance will be after the charge, and we'll go from there. All right, so we did a charge on these, and so far I'm not impressed because the internal resistance was rather high. Thanks for almost getting me, you fucker. Started out at 26 and 25 ohms, and the 5,000 Liperiors started out at 8 and 8 ohms. So that doesn't impress me. The other part is it should have been about 2340 for as many milliamps as percentage wise was left in here. It was about 58%. Then it went up to 60%. So it should have been a little bit more milliamps, and I only put in 1912, 1964. So that part gives me a little bit of because these are no bigger than the 5000s. So we'll see if they actually do 6,000 on, 6,000 milliamps on a flight. So we'll have to figure out something. I'll probably fly the 407 on there just to see. So that'll be the next part. All right, so we're going to be testing out the new 6,000 packs to see if they actually produce 6,000 milliamps of power.
Auto 1.
Let me get this on camera. No, it's gonna cut your balls off is what it's gonna do. No, that's right. Well, right there it is. Yeah.
Auto 2.
Heading home.
All right.
Okay, put me down.
Yeah.
5 minutes. Hover. Hover.
Yeah, I don't like it. Let's give this one a goose and see if it does anything different like the 500E does. No, that one's really good.
Minutes. One minute. Fifty seconds. 40 seconds. 30 seconds.
Let's grease it.
20 seconds.
Oh, that was horrible landing.
Have a run.
Okay, so we'll see how much 5 minutes and 43 seconds actually pulls out of there. All right, got the packs in. After the flight, it was 5 minutes 43 seconds. I have a 6-minute timer, so it's a normal thing. You'd think I would have more than 20% left out of a 6,000 pack when I normally fly 5,000s. So let's just go in here and we will set this up. Sync mode. Seeing the batteries. Check out good. And let's see how much is 21%. And in this one, number 2, 19%. So I should be putting in, well, let me do the math in my head. Do you smell smoke? All right, I did the math on my phone. So I should put 4,800 milliamps back into these after the charge is done. So we will see how these do whenever we get there. All right, they're all done. It took 47 minutes. And let's see how much we put in here. 2950. These are not 6,000 milliamp packs, because that should have been a whole lot more. So what we got says 100%, 15 ohms, but yeah, that's 3,000 milliamps. Yeah, that's not even a 5,000 milliamp pack. So that's disappointing. Let's go over to this other pack and see where it's at. 29.27. So they're charging about the same, so that's good. They're balanced together, but I would say that these are not 6,000 milliamp packs like they say they are. They're like really bad 4,500 maybe even a 4,000, which kind of sucks, but it's still a 6-minute flight on the 407, so they're right there. This is just some things you got to kind of watch when you want to, when you're wanting these things and you want to make sure you're getting 20% left in a flight, which I did. And then I'm only putting, 3,000 back in it when it should be about 4,800 for a 6,000 milliamp pack. Yeah, so good news is I'm not using as many milliamps as I was theoretically and mathematically, but I'm still getting a 6-minute flight on my 407. So, and these fit in there a little bit better. So, good news, bad news. The good news is they were only $36 a piece, so that's not too bad. All right, so one more little test. So this one was ran in that truck down to 12%. I think we had a max of 109, maybe 119 amps with the watt meter in the truck. So we're gonna see what this looks like. And I measured it at 12%. It says 14, but that was 40 seconds ago, so it's already been in there. So we'll see how this does when it comes back. We'll see the ohm. 10 ohms. That's good. That means the ohm start has been going down in the pack, which I'd much rather see better ohms than a bigger cell. That's just my preference. All right, the battery's done, but goddamn, half scale extra 330S with a Winkle engine. Just huge. 4 meters on that one. All right, let's go take a look and see what we put in here. Okay, so it took 49 minutes to do that one, and that was a little bit more. This was done 12%. We put 3346 into this. So this pack is not a 6,000 milliamp pack. I'm sorry, just ain't happening. But 100% down to 9 milliohms. So I'm happy with that, but these are definitely not a 6,000 pack on here. So that's what I bought, but they ain't a 6,000 pack. By all of my stuff, these may be a 4,000 pack, maybe a 5,000. But yeah, it's a bummer, but they're supposed to be 100C, so even though they're bigger, they might put out the power, but I don't really know. Hopefully they'll last. So yeah. So yeah, these are like a 4,000 pack by the numbers that I'm putting back in. So this said it had 12%, and I charged it up, and it only put back in 3,346 milliamps. So a little mislabeled, but this is why we test them, to find out exactly what they are, so we're not surprised when we think, oh, I've got 8 minutes and I'm out there flying around, and then all of a sudden your ESC goes into soft cutoff, and then your helicopter falls out of the sky. And I hope the hell that you have practiced your autos. Nobody wants that. I'm not OCD. I can stop whenever I want. All right, now go out and build something.